So what will 2050 look like if we don't do anything about climate change? This has been on my mind. I struggle with this. I wake up in the middle of the night with it. What will 2050 look like if we don't do anything about climate change? I bet 3, 4, 5 times a week I wake up in cold sweats over that. Here's what it'll look like. Hot. You'll have a constant cough and regular mask wearing. But not to protect you from disease, I don't think. That's probably from the air. Yeah. It's 2050. A climate change worst case scenario has come to pass. The air is polluted, making you cough. You have to check the air quality before even opening a window.
Oh, shut up, you.
When you do go outside, your eyes water, and you have to wear a mask. On bad days, a high-tech mask, that is, if you can afford it. Depending on where you live, the temperature could be as hot.
Oh no, what do we got?
Heaven help us. Please, somebody help me. Please, by all that is holy, somebody help me get through this stuff. Depending where you live, temperature can be as hot as 140 degrees Fahrenheit for more than a month each year.
Oh, right. This is going to be great.
140?
Hold on a second. Wait, you can't breathe the air.
Can't breathe the air.
It's 140 degrees in the shade for a month. So far, you're describing Houston, Texas.
Yes, that's true. Houston, Texas, 20 years ago. In public restrooms, you have to pay to use water.
Well, hang on a second. You're still describing Houston.
Yes.
I could not drink the water. I drink water out of the tap, man. I couldn't even think about doing that in Houston.
There is a mental toll to living in a world that feels like a dangerous obstacle course. People feel bottomless despair and resent previous generations for their lack of action.
Right. This is Houston, man, because I'm upset at the brothers for paving a swamp and calling it a town. Continue. This is Houston, man.
This worst case scenario is what life could look like if no progress is made in slowing greenhouse gases to mitigate climate change. This is bullcrap. Yeah. Nobody is saying, no reasonable human being, no scientist is actually saying that this will come to pass by 2050 if we don't do anything about climate change. If we don't do anything about climate change, it might go to 101 degrees on a hot day instead of 100 because it's going to be a degree, maybe a degree and a half warmer. This is such garbage. There's a new book out. Let me see if I can find the name of this because I just downloaded it today. It's called Unsettled, and it's by Stephen Koonin from Caltech and MIT. Got a PhD. So he got his degree at Caltech, then went across country to MIT and got his PhD there. He is a physicist. He was in the Obama administration as one of Obama's climate guys. And he just wrote this book that all of this stuff is unsettled. They keep saying it's settled science. No, absolutely not. Yeah. And he goes through, like Michael Schellenberger did, and tells you what the IPCC at the UN actually says. Because everybody quotes them on, the IPCC says within 12 years, if we don't do something, there's going to be catastrophic climate change. No, they don't. No, they don't say that. And he makes that point, as did Michael Schellenberger.
Well, so this is the guy last week. Remember we had the clip of the former Obama administration official. It was this guy who was saying that, like, this hysteria is stupid. It does no good. And you give time to people like Greta Thunberg, and yet the scientists, and there are many, are saying, no, this catastrophe stuff is not real. Yeah. They get ignored by these conferences.
Rob, if you can find that real quick, I'd love to play it, but I don't know if it's possible at this late date. But that would be great to see again, because that's right. Now we know why he was out talking. He's got the book now called Unsettled. And he debunks all of this kind of stuff. The 140 degree for a month temperatures. I mean, we wouldn't survive that. Seriously. What agriculture would survive a month worth of 140 degree temperatures? That's just ridiculous. You know what the hottest temperature ever recorded on this planet is? It's like
120 something.
128 or 130 degrees.
Let's see here.
It might be 132. Anyway, it's from 128 to 132. It's never even gotten to 140 degrees on this planet. Oh, jeez. And now in 2050, you're going to have that for a month at a time? No. That is just absolute bull crap.
134.1.
134.1.
At the aptly named Furnace Creek, California. 1913, I'd like to point out.
1913?
Not 2021.
Not yesterday. Yeah, jeez. 1913.
Boy. I don't know what the coldest temperature ever recorded was, but it was apparently here in Dallas back in February.
Yes, this past February.
Yes. I gotta find, what is the coldest ever?
It's 128 below in Antarctica.
Yeah, really?
I don't know.
I thought it was
I think
Siberia.
it is.
There you go.
My guess is Antarctica.
Is that your guess?
See if you can find it.
What's with the sniff? You don't think I'll find it?
No.
Minus 128.6 in 1983 in Siberia.
I was 0.6 degrees off. But it was Siberia, not Antarctica.
But, you know, those weather stations are pretty much gone now since the fall
The
of
Siberian?
communism. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, like I've said, increased the average temperature on the planet because when you remove weather stations that are traditionally colder than the rest of the planet.
It's going to raise the average temperature.
Yes, and because scientists aren't forced to man these weather stations now since the fall of kind of whatever.
Mm-hmm. I know, we've said it so many times. It's like you talk to your blue in the face and then, okay, I give up.
I'm just hoping somebody go to the water cooler today. The next time you're with a coworker, hell, do people even go to work anymore? I mean, you work from home or you collect the check.
7 in 10 still work from home.
7 out of 10 white collar jobs still working out of the house.
Still from home. And maybe they'll keep doing it too. I mean, why come in if it's just as good at home?
You know what you do? If you're still doing these Zoom calls from home, have a whiteboard behind your computer. And if you have somebody that's always talking about climate change or some liberal on there, just have a fun fact. And every time they start bringing up crap, you just regurgitate that, erase the whiteboard, and put another fact for the next time.
You'll be canceled and fired, of course.
No.
But
I mean, there's that.
Sounds good. In theory, it sounds good. All right, we will see you again tomorrow. Finish off the week together, and Jeffy will join us here on Pat Gray Unleashed.